This is the Samsung Galaxy camera. I saw a guy using one of these on mainland Orkney a few years ago, and I thought that would be really interesting. I'd like to have a go at one of those. So when the chance came, I purchased one. So the specifications. It's got a 16.3 megapixel back illuminated CMOS sensor. It's got a 21 times zoom, 23 to 481 millimeter equivalent. Its maximum aperture is 2.8 to 5.9. The ISO runs from 100 to 3200. You can shoot continuously and you can have auto bracketing. You can record video in 1080 30 frames per second video capture, or you can do it at 120 frames per second slow motion mode. The screen on the back is a 4.8 inch screen, which is identical to the one on the Samsung S3 phone. It runs the Android 4.1 Jelly Bean operating system. It's got a 1.4 gigahertz quad core processor. It will connect to your Wi-Fi. It will connect to 4G. In the camera modes, it's program, aperture priority, shutter priority, or manual. And it has 15 smart shooting modes, including continuous, HDR, and panoramic modes. It also comes with optical image stabilization. That is a lot to fit in a very small package like this. Okay, let's turn it on. So we've got different shooting modes. Take a picture from the back of the screen. And it certainly does take pictures, and they're quite nice. I find the controls very frustrating. Every time you change something, the lens shuts down. And now we've gone into the apps, and you can see some of the apps that you can download from the Google App Store. So you can upload to your Instagram account should you wish. You can record your music on here. You can send emails. There's a very useful clock. You can connect to the internet if you're within Wi-Fi. There are a number of widgets. You can check your downloads, of which there are none currently. You can even read books on it. Although why you would want to do that, I have no idea. For me, it's neither one thing or another. The camera certainly works, but it's slow, it's laggy. It takes forever to switch it on from a cold start, and it's really inconvenient if you actually want to turn it off. In terms of the non-camera parts of it, well, I wanted a camera, so I don't really care about the Android applications. I don't ever intend to have my music library on my phone. Maybe that will appeal to some people. If so, you can plug your headphones in here. You can charge it up using a normal phone charger, just here. Nice little flash gun which pops up. I guess it seemed like a good idea at the time. Is it a good idea? Actually no, I think it falls between all the stalls. It's not as good as a phone because you can't make phone calls on it, and as a camera it's really slow. and unless you're taking pictures of landscapes, which in fairness it does do rather well, then it has very, very limited applications. And if you were taking pictures of landscapes, there's no way attaching filters onto it. So I didn't pay very much money for this. I bought a new battery for it because the old battery was just US, and I find the battery life on it is absolutely woeful. This is a very, very disappointing machine. Okay, first generation, you expect a few teething errors, but I would expect at the minimum it does what it says on the can. And I suppose it does do what it says on the can, but at a minimum level. I think this is incredibly disappointing. I'm very, very pleased to say that I've just sold it. And I've sold it at what I consider to be a very fair price for something that isn't actually very good. But if you want to experiment with it, and you like white, give it a go. I don't think I'll get another one though. So, Samsung Galaxy camera. Very disappointing.